Welcome back. I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy, like the guy just said, and we're here on the IRS Radio Hour with, I was going to say the Trust Radio Network, but that's a different show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I want to first introduce our technical producer, Deborah Schreiner. My co-host and producer here is Jim Leahy. And I wanted to mention, I just mentioned the Trust Radio Network. Next week, we're going to have Milan Filipovic on. He's an attorney, and he helps people with criminal matters, a lot of DUI stuff. So we talk about DUI. We talk about the checkpoints around
because the 4th of July is coming up,
and there's
that's going to be a big issue.
And what to do if you're at a checkpoint. Also, if you lose your license, how he helps people fight to get their license back, which is not an easy thing here in Illinois. It's not an automatic, so you really need legal help to get that done. That's an administrative hearing, but he shares a lot of great information. So you can join us next Saturday at 8:00, not 10 o'clock, 8:00. That's right. We moved up to 8 o'clock, so more convenient for you. So join us next Saturday at 8 o'clock here on AM560 The Answer for the Trust Radio Network and our very special guest, Milan Filipovic.
That's right.
See how I say that now?
Well, without further ado, we have
It's the blog segment. The blog. The blog.
We have a segment to do.
That's the music I long for.
And what I want everybody to know is that this show is sponsored by Opem Tax Resolution, 312-664-6649. I mean, Attorney Stephen Leahy, if somebody were to call 312-664-6649 and wanted to get a copy of your book, because not everybody is on the internet.
That's right.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, there's three ways you can get the book. First, you can call 312-664-6649 and tell Bonnie you want a copy of the book. We'll send you a copy of the book. We need your address and everything, and then we'll send you a copy of the book, and you'll get a special package. The second thing you can do is to go to www.freeirsbook.com. www. Don't forget the www. I'm having some problems with the issue, but www.freeirsbook.com. And you'll go and you can place an order for it, and I'll send it to you. The third way you can do this is if you go to the July 19th event of the book relaunch, the 5-year anniversary, the client appreciation, all wrapped into one. I will have books there, and I will sign the book and give it to you. So that's three ways you too can get a book. So go there, one of those things, and get a book.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this book's got great stuff, and I'm going to grab it right here because we're recording it. And you can see all of our content on watchtalkradio.com or our Facebook pages. I know we're directing you in a lot of areas, but we hope that we hope that it's hitting home because, again, this is important stuff to know. Deal with your IRS problem today. I'm kind of just opening this up just to a random page. I really, as you can see, what card do I have behind? He sees I don't have a card. I'm opening it up right here. What is it? Page 23. What to do if you forgot to file some tax returns. You're behind on filing some tax returns and or you owe the IRS some money. Sound familiar to you?
Yeah, I have a lot of this. But again, the purpose of this book is to give you some information about how to solve your IRS problem. That's why the name of this book, this is Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. And then it says, learn the secrets. I can't see it.
It says,
learn the secrets of solving your IRS problems.
So sorry. I'm excited. I want everybody to see it.
I did know that it was out there, but learn the secrets of solving your IRS problems. So a lot of times you don't need a lawyer. Okay, and I don't help people unless they really need a lawyer. I don't want you to hire me if you could do this yourself. And sometimes you can. Now sometimes you can't. And sometimes you'll know that's where you get the information from because you get the copy of the book, you read the book and you say, yeah, my problem is not something I can do myself. And then you can call me. Or you might say, hey, this is good information. I might be able to do this myself.
Chapter 11, do you qualify for a substantial discount on your taxes?
No, this is probably...
And you go in depth. After this, it goes, here's what I mean by a substantial discount. I'm not going to go too much into it.
I'm going to tell you something. No, so we talked about this before. I've had a client where we did an offered compromise. They owed almost $60,000, and we solved it for $25. Can that happen for you? Probably not. But it does happen, and I have had it happen. Most of my clients are business professionals who are making a fairly good living, and that's not really available for them. That's what they don't tell you when you listen to these commercials, that this isn't for everybody. So you have to have the right help. But again, get the book. Go to freeirsbook.com, www.freeirsbook.com, and you can get a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. And go to the first page on there, Jim.
Sure.
Because there's another thing. What does it say right there?
How anyone suffering from an IRS problem can end the pain. What do you mean by pain?
Okay, because if you have an IRS problem, there's nothing more painful than the IRS problem. Okay, there might be something a little bit more painful, but it's very painful, the IRS. They keep hurting you. And I always tell people, right, when they want to hurt you, because we have an 85% voluntary compliance rate in our country. And one of the reasons why and we talked about this on the show last week, one of the reasons why is because people are afraid of the IRS, and if you owe the IRS money, they're going to cause you pain. So you could turn around and tell your friends, you know what, I owed the IRS some money. It was so painful. Don't you do it. Pay them. Okay? They want to drag you through the pain field and teach you a lesson. That's why you need help. And if you try to do this yourself, you're going to find out that it's not that easy. Now again, sometimes it is. I owe $10,000. Don't hire someone to help you with $10,000. Call the IRS. They have something what they call an automatic payment plan, and you can call them and set up a payment plan yourself. Not a problem. Okay, you owe $60,000, and you can write them a check. Well, write them a check and pay them. Then you don't owe them anymore. But what if you need a payment plan? Well, here's a problem. Even if you think you could call them and set up your own payment plan, and you probably can. There's lots of things you don't really think about.
Lots of things you don't think about. I just opened up to page 53. And if everybody out there who has a copy of this book, open up to page 53. You may be eligible for a $25,000 loan from the IRS, and you don't even know it. This is the kind of information we're talking about.
Exactly.
How do you know about this?
Okay.
I didn't know that. And I wish we can go more in depth because this is not what I don't want to cut you off and have you go off on different things. Get the book. I mean, this is important stuff. We'll talk about that on another show about the streamline because I read a little bit about it. But how do you know?
Again, so you set up your own payment plan, and then you find out, hey, they're going to put a lien against me. Maybe you can negotiate that beforehand, but after it gets harder, then you have to appeal it. So I do that for people too. But again, a lot of times all you need is information to figure this out. Now there's lots of stuff on the internet, and you can go through and follow the threads and spend hours or days or weeks on the internet trying to get this information. I've gathered all this information together and put it in a book. Deal with your IRS problem today.
Why sit through hours of these so-called professionals videos on different streaming websites?
Now I'm going to tell you, we have this on our YouTube channel or on our station. Yes. But there's lots. You have to watch hours and hours and hours of these videos to get the information that's right here in this book. Deal with your IRS problem today.
Chapter 6: IRS computers regularly make mistakes. What do I mean by that? You got to get the book to know. Again, because there's this chapter goes through like 4 or 5 different like 4 pages here to explain what that's about. I mean, that's incredible stuff.
Again, there's all this information's there, but I've gathered it all together. I put it in this book, and I made the book available to you. So just go to freeirsbook.com, www.freeirsbook.com, and get a copy of this book. Or call us at 312-664-6649 and ask Bonnie for a copy, and we'll send you a copy.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we've talked about the cascading tax issues.
Yes.
We've talked about the different types of how number 6 is keep doing nothing and let the IRS have their way with your income, your family, and your assets. Mm-hmm. But listen, you got to just do something. Be proactive. We can all complain about what's going on in our lives and how life is catching up with us, but we have to do something about it. And what you can do is by getting go to www.freeirsbook.com. You can get a copy of that book. Also, too, remember, you can give Opem Tax Resolution a call, 312-664-6649, or visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com as well. it's going to be your hub to fight the IRS. You're going to be able to watch videos. You're going to be able to get a copy of this book if you don't want to go to www.freeirsbook.com. It's a great way to help get you back on track for financial success. Now listen to our sponsors and come back on AM560.
The Answer.